Sound should be going. Fantastic. We are now live. Hi, I am Kira858, and today we're playing D&D It's Our World, Episode 6. For those who recall, we actually started off on a unique. We actually left off on a unique note, aka a cliffhanger of in-minute combat. So, so we're going to be starting that off first. But as always, here at the community, we always like to give love and support to different individuals. So we give shout outs to different Twitch channels. So you perhaps take a look, give their channel a view, possibly support them on their endeavors. First, we like to give a shout out for is a good friend of mine. Her name is Rosebell Arts. She was actually one of my first friends here on Twitch. I remember when she first started, she was just an affiliate. I actually first met her on playing a game like A Plague Tale Innocence. Then suddenly I realized she was an artist like myself. It was completely awesome. She has a really nice personality, and if you like anime, especially anime girls, you would definitely like her art style. Her community is absolutely fantastic, and then she has grew from an affiliate all the way up to a partner, and she has deserved all of the treatment and success that she's received. So if you can, definitely go ahead and give her a follow and support her on her endeavors. The second person we would like to give a shout out for. Her name is Spice Cookies. Spice Cookies was actually a good friend of. She's a good friend of mine. She's also big into art. Her art style is a mixture of cartoony / anime. She plays a different type of content on her channel as well, such as Overwatch, uh, Road Company, and a few other games. Her and her community was influential, like essentially essential for me to become an affiliate. If it wasn't for her, I would not be where I am at today. So if you can, definitely go ahead and give her a follow and support her on her endeavors as well. As the last shout out we would like to give a shout out for is Q Times. Q Times is for those who don't know, it's a TTRPG channel who does a variety of different content. Vampire the Masquerade, D&D. Actually, I first got exposed to a spy game from that channel. There's so much different content there. They were also was one of the first ones that kind of gave me advice. They actually followed me. It was just a great experience overall. There. So if you want to see fantastic DMs, fantastic role players, and just content for hours on end, definitely give Q Times a follow and support them on their endeavors. So those are all of the shout outs for today. Next, we will go ahead and start with our crew. Tell them who they are, any projects that they have going on, any social medias they like to plug, and going on our channel. We'll start, of course, with Nesra. Nesra, you'd like to talk about yourself?
Hey everyone. So I'm Aaron. You can find me at Wanderer Text on Discord and or Twitch. I don't really have any projects going right now, but I am playing 5 Dungeons and Dragons games. And so it'll be interesting to try and get back into Nezra's head in the middle of combat. Thank you, that.
Excellent, excellent. And for those who don't know, our friend Nuvian here, he was out for last games, but he's now back. So Nuvian, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, any social, plug any social medias and any projects you're working on. Oh, you're on mute. We can hear you. I saw the mouth moving.
I forgot to unmute. But yeah, I am back, and I am looking forward to apparently a very uneventful game tonight. But you can still find me on Twitter at BigDudery, and hopefully things are going to go really well.
Fantastic. Next, going down, we're going to start with our good friend Mimsy. Mimsy, you would like to talk a little bit about yourself, any projects you're working on, and plug any social medias?
So, hi everybody. I'm Mimsy or Morgan, whichever you prefer. You can find me on Instagram at Peachy Keen Arts, and I actually do have a project that's in the works now.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah. It's a collaboration with my best friend. She's gonna start her own Etsy shop, so I'm helping her get that set up.
Awesome. Well, if you wouldn't mind, like I said, of course, perhaps later on today or in the future, we can send a link and then either post it in chat or post it in Discord and give some support. So yeah, that sounds excellent. Etsy chat. All right, cool. Next, we're going to go with our DM, Fel Flames. Fel Flames, you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, any social medias you like to plug, and any projects you have in the future.
Hello. I am Feld Flames. I'm the DM, and I am the jerk that took everybody in the middle of combat and just left us there.
Yeah, there were some red flags there. And next we have Achilles. Achilles, if you would like to talk a little bit about yourself, again, any social medias you like to plug, and any projects you have coming up in the future.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Adrian, and yeah, I play the lovable Achilles here, and I do have some projects. Just like last time, I'm still running that astrology reading special. So if anyone wants to get an astrology reading with me between now and February 10th, if you book a reading, you can get an extra follow-up reading for free 6 months down the line. And I do have a little bit of a project. I am in the process of getting all my socials and getting everything together to enable myself to start streaming too. So if you were following me on Twitter, you can see that my Twitter handle has changed to the name of the channel that I'm going to be starting. It's called The Bear Pen, but pen with an H at the end of it. But yeah, so that will be coming up in as soon as I get all my shiz sorted.
Excellent. And for those who don't know, I am Kira858. I play the huggable Ikara, who's currently relatively injured at the moment, with I think 6-7 hit points at the Nevertheless, I of course am part of the stream. I do artwork here. We also will be having a perhaps new project coming up on this channel in the future, so keep in lieu out for that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So with that said, we're now going to go to our intro video as we start our 6th episode of It's Our World. See you soon. All right, and we are now back. I have the map menu up. As mentioned before, we were in mid combat. So with that said, Fel Flames, take us away.
Okay, we had just left off in combat. The young Ikara was getting beat up on a little bit, but giving back as good as he got. Nezra was showing people what's up with some radiant damage. We had Achilles and Serena both over on their way, not as immediately available for the fray. And we pick back up with a dragon flying over the top of the building where you all are. And they let go from their breath, a giant cold breath in a cone that blasts through the top of the orchard house, causing a giant hole in it. You all glance as you see the timbers falling from the roof that made up the former roof as this dragon is mid-flight swooping over.
Oh, you
Sorry,
serious?
just to double check. This is an actual dragon,
Yeah.
not a Zack light. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
that's what I was like.
We see an
No.
actual dragon.
This is actually happening to you.
Okay. So
Okay.
Achilles will definitely have a bleeped out moment there. Beat me.
We have a friend over here.
Oh, great! It's behind Serena.
We have a friend here who is going to act first. He's going to make an attack.
Get over there. Oh, there.
And
Can I see the
again,
dragon? Okay, I can't see the dragon. The dragon is right over there.
so he actually manages to take out this one on his turn. And then it is Ikara's turn.
Okay. To verify, the dragon. What dragon is it? Is it what type of dragon?
Are you taking a moment in the middle of a battle to try to inspect and dissect?
Yes. Especially I would hear a dragon roar. That would sound very familiar to me. So I'll be like, wait a second, Mom?
Okay.
No, that can't be right. She's not over here.
So this will actually take up your action.
Oh, got you. Let me see. You know what? Yeah, sure. I would do that, and then I'm going to bonus action, do quicken healing, just to be on the safe side. Spend a key.
Okay.
You spend a key point. What?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage, please.
Okay. All right, so that's already pretty good. 16 and what's the 6? Okay, so we'll take that 16. So that is a 22.
It's easy to pick up on because it's the lineage that you're descended from. This is a silver dragon that just let loose their cold breath attack.
Okay. So I can't say anything. Do I recognize the dragon by chance?
You could speak.
He will speak in Draconic to the individual. But does the person look familiar by chance, or does it look like somebody I've never seen before?
From this distance, it's probably going to be pretty difficult to identify a specific dragon. However, I will say that you can tell based upon their size and the way that their scales are structured that they must be about the age of your cousin.
Interesting. So Ikara will speak out to the individual in Draconic, stating, "What's going on? Are you in danger? What's happening?" He's going to look around at the group. He sees the mage in front of him. He sees Nazra and the others over there. So I think Ikara is probably going to. He's gonna wait, at least until he gets a reaction back from the individual to determine what to do next. He would technically move forward, but I think he's probably gonna wait one turn to see how they respond. But yeah, let me go ahead and roll my. I think it's 1d4. Yeah, 1d4. Okay, 3 points. I get 3 points back. All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. This guy, Nezra, do you want to go ahead and re-roll me the damage?
Ooh, almost max. 16.
You're muted.
You all see that
Muted.
he is.
Oh.
I know. You all see that he is hit by the radiant blast as he goes to move out of it, and in the opening, Harold, the father, strikes at him and knocks him down where he was. Nezra, it is your turn in the turn order. All of the foes immediately around you appear to have been vanquished.
Can I see the wizard? Mage person?
Okay. I'll say you know that they're there probably, but you actually don't have active line of sight on him at the moment due to this tree.
Okay, I will move around that tree so that I can see him. I'll use my action to move Moonbeam over him, and I will bonus action Healing Word at Kara.
How far can Moonbeam move?
60 feet?
Okay.
No, wait. Sorry. It might be longer. Yeah, no, it can move up to 60 feet.
Okay. So the Moonbeam is over him now.
So it gets to make that con save of 15, because it's the first time it enters.
Okay.
I'll move there. I think I can get all the way there around the tree.
He succeeds.
Okay, so then half. 8. Unless you want me to reroll. Do you want me to reroll?
It's fine. We can keep the previous number on a given round, I suppose.
And then I will Healing Word Ikara for 7 points of healing.
Yes! Look, that's much better. So that is... Okay. Ikara will look up and says, "Thank you." And he returns his eyes.
I got you, boo.
He returns his eyes back to the silver dragon that just unleashed. What?
I imagine it's about this point that Nezra's like, "Oh yeah, dragon." Turns to
It's so casual about that.
Everyone's just, yes, finally.
Yes.
Okay. So I need you to roll damage again. On the Moonbeam, it happens twice because of very strange wording.
Okay.
I never looked that up, so we're just gonna roll with that for now.
10. Well, it says the first time it enters the Moonbeam and at the beginning of its turns that it starts there.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just strange because it's dealing double damage on a round. I mean, like
I
on your
spend
turn.
a whole action to move it. Like it's not a bonus action to move it.
Yeah, but you can move it off of them. And I guess.
Well,
you
now I
probably
could
just move it off and then back on. Well, I'll look up. It's fine. Anyway, he succumbs to the Moonbeam. As he is unable to resist its radiant effect.
Oh, he's down?
He is down.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to clarify. Harold has killed one, and I have killed every other person we've talked about. Via radiant damage in particular.
Well, Ikara...
We're just gonna have like a change of like life perspective after this.
Just to clarify, are you asking for a target on your back or something else?
I'm just saying, maybe I sit the dragon out. Maybe I just let other people.
That
Nobody's
is
right.
between you and your companion.
I didn't realize we could sit for dragon fights out.
Well, we got to send Nesra, our killing machine, out.
Serena.
Okay. So as far as I can tell, there's no other enemies, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I mean, aside from the dragon.
Yes, the dragon. Almost totally forgot about the dragon. So Rena's going to turn to the dragon, and I guess this is gonna cost her action, because she's going to speak in Draconic to it, and she's going to ask if it's a friend or a foe.
In combat, it requires your reaction to respond, which it is not doing at this time. It requires a reaction to respond unless you are speaking on your own turn.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Oh.
I thought, to be honest, I always heard that talking was a free action. That's why I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
On your turn.
Officially,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it is on your turn. But typically, in order to actually like verbally respond to someone out of turn, it costs a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anything else you wanted to do?
Gonna. Oh, how far is that? 15 feet. I'm just gonna hide behind a tree. I don't like the look of this anymore.
That seems reasonable enough.
Oh, and I'll just ready an action in case it like attacks us or anything. Attacks. We'll say if it attacks Achilles, then I guess.
What action are you readying if it attacks Achilles?
A crossbow bolt.
Okay. Achilles, it is your turn.
Just do a little bit of measuring there. All right, so Achilles heard the roar, and I'm guessing Catherine would have looked at the dragon. Well, this complicates things. Can Catherine see Elia from where she is? She was a little bit back from Achilles. She was about 10 feet back. She was about, where's the freaking thing? She was about here.
I'll give you even odds of it. Give me one moment.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So he doesn't know where she is.
Unless you would like to, if Catherine were like listening for people around, you could make a perception check to see if she's able to hear movement in that direction.
Sure. I have advantage on hearing checks. That didn't help though. 9.
Fortunately not.
All right. In that case, Achilles doesn't know about her there. He is going to move over in the direction that he was initially going. He still has his radiant consumption going on. He doesn't know if this dragon's going to attack or not, so he's not going to turn it off just yet. What he's going to do is move here, behind this tree. And as he's running and moving, he's going to yell out, is this a friend of yours there, fellas? Are we fighting this person or are we running?
And you say I can use my reaction to talk, right? Or no?
If you expend your reaction, you can reply, yeah.
Let's see.
My action will be the dodge action. That's my action this turn. And that's my turn done.
I'll save it till the dragon speaks. Let's see if I can respond. I was going to respond to Achilles, but I was like, wait, what if the dragon actually speaks? I probably need the ability to respond back. So okay, I'll save it.
We're about to get really cold, guys.
I should be fine.
I have an 11 AC, guys. I'm just
Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot that no armor life. That no armor life.
Serena will get us some armor. It's okay. One day.
Anything else you'd like to do, Achilles?
No, just that he just moves there, and his action is just going to be the dodge action. That's it.
Okay, so Nuvian, it is now your turn with your companion over here. That is the father, Mr. Daniel Murner. And you had offered to stay back and ensure his protection. And as of currently, you just heard a familiar roar, as you're quite familiar with dragons, although you do not know what type, and an icy cold breath that you could see through this doorway that has destroyed a large section of the roof to your south.
That is unexpected. Well, it is up to you, quite frankly. I have agreed to keep you safe, but I would say staying in this room is most likely not very safe. But then again, neither will be going outside. So which would you like to do?
He says, I vote we go down, and then pushes a switch on the table and begins to climb down the ladder.
Measure. I have to measure. Actually, I have a question, DM.
Yeah.
Can I action dash and bonus action step of the wind?
Technically, yes.
Alright, so I will action dash to go 80 feet towards the door, and he will turn and go, we are leaving this room, and then he will go back as far as he can by spending a key point to dash again with Step of the Wind. Yeah. Which I think if he goes 60 feet, that's 20 feet, and it goes back 60 feet. He should be able to get back to where he started. If my quick math is right. So that is the plan.
So you're just going to the door, shouting at us, hey, we're going down and going back?
Precisely, yes.
Nice.
You know, he's given his word to protect this person, so you know.
Communication is important in every relationship. I approve.
I have that right. I approve of this message.
So at this point, you all see that the silver dragon dives and impacts the house at this point, crashes through the wall, and Nuvian, you spotted like a flash of silver scales coming through this doorway, and then it disappears off the screen through the other side of the house. You hear another crash as it exits the house through that door.
Wait, where did it go? Repeat that one more time, just to make sure I got that right.
It has gone off screen as it crashed through these walls.
Oh wow!
So it just flew away.
So it flew away.
They can move with a dash action. They can fly 160 feet in the round. So it's back here somewhere.
Oh.
Okay.
Other
So she
than
didn't
the dragon,
respond or anything
is there
to us.
anyone left?
Nope. The only response you heard was another draconic roar, a battle cry.
But there's no other enemy combatants that we can see.
Correct. If you want to, on your turn, you can take a moment to get like the surrounding areas and try to look even beyond off the screen of the map. But within your immediate vicinity on maps, you do not see anyone.
Are we still in turn order, or has initiative drop?
We can drop initiative for the moment. You have a limited amount of time before other events will continue to occur. And we will keep the initiative order if we end up re-entering it.
So Ikara busts full speed, like uses 120 feet of his movement to try to go after the dragon, because he recognized it was a silver dragon, and he recognized it was around the same age as his cousin Celebi. It's definitely a young dragon. So hopefully, if things goes well, it's actually his cousin. So he says, I'm going to go after her. Assuming it's, can you tell by gender? Can you tell the gender of the dragon when he saw her? Make it a perception check. Or
hold on.
Dragons look different according to gender.
Just a real quick Google on gender presentation for young dragon.
I gotta make sure I get those pronouns right. I gotta get those pronouns right.
It could be a size thing, you know, like in a lot of the animal kingdom, the females are usually bigger than the males.
Just go with a neutral they.
They, yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice, healthy middle ground.
Yep.
Yo, let me get your pronouns.
Yeah, let me get the
Like,
pronouns.
come back, I gotta get your pronouns. Come here.
Come here real quick.
Is it like a crab? Can we lift the valve? I don't know. We'll just say they. It's fine.
Oh, crap. That's funny.
I just want to state for the record, this is turning into that nondescript anime where like two people are running and then everyone else is just kind of walking after them.
It's fine. We'll catch up when the music starts in the background
So
for the fight.
here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
According to my extensive fast research, the only way to be able to tell would be a hardware inspection. And
Gotcha. Yeah, I
I'll
didn't
take my
see
time
that
for
far.
that.
Yeah, I didn't look that far.
my
That was
dude-
not his eyes.
Ikara is not gonna notice that, unfortunately.
not the slightest. So he's gonna say,
I don't know if anybody wants to.
yeah, I don't think so. So he's gonna say, I want to go after them, and then just pretty much just bust 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Yeah, he pretty much is gone. I mean, he has 120 feet of movement that he can make his way through. So he pretty much is following suit. Not as quick as the dragon, but pretty close. He's only like 40 feet behind.
Why are you so fast?
Ikara's like over here proving the Heisenberg principle. We can know where Ikara is or how fast he's going. One or the other.
One or the other.
I would like to make a perception check before I drop concentration on Moonbeam to make sure there's no one around me immediately.
Go ahead and roll it. Ikara, as you are starting to follow behind, you can see the flash of a silver tail, but you can also tell that you are not gaining on it.
Oh. Can I see the distance as to, not the distance, the location where I think they're going?
You have a very small window to look through at the moment, and basically all you see is tail and dragon haunches.
Wait, say that again? Say it one more time?
All you can really see is tail and dragon haunches at the moment,
Tail it.
as you're following. We're not in initiative order, but there's still like people trying to do multiple stuff at once. So in the current timeline, you are following suit.
Mm-hmm.
You can see through this breakage in the wall, and you see a silver tail and silver haunches.
Okay. Yeah, so I think he would definitely at least go through the wall because he still had quite a few. I mean, I think I was like 70. So he still has quite a few feet of movement left. So you would go at least through the wall to see if he could see a direction as to where the dragon is heading off to.
Yeah, we'll get there in a moment. Do you
Gotcha.
mind if we wait for Nezra's perception check? Because if Nezra happens to yell, "There's more enemies," it might change what you do.
Okay.
Might not with a dragon either, but I did roll a 23.
Okay. That's really good.
The music's making me think that there are more enemies. The music is very strongly doing this.
You do hear the distant sound of boots marching through a forest. However, you don't see anyone. It's just now that the battle sounds have quieted, you can hear people coming your way through the orchard. You just don't see them yet. And they're probably still a good distance away.
Do I have a general direction of which way they're coming from?
Yeah, it seems like south of the house, so like this way.
Okay. I'm going to drop concentration on Moonbeam. And who's within range? Achilles is within range. Achilles, you have a mind link with me now.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, there are more people coming. No, wait, hold on. Nezra has an accent that I don't have. I do believe there are more people coming. And originally, we were very concerned about Elia and Daniel not being found by certain military types. And there's my concern.
I think we need to get the horses, and get the heck out of here.
Yeah, they're coming from the south, so if we can depart the other direction, I think that would be a good idea. And then I'm going to break my link with him and my link with Harry, because I've done it with Harry before, so he's not going to be too freaked out, and tell him the same thing, that we need to get Elia and Daniel out, away from the south if possible. I don't know who's coming, but since there was the previous concern of, a dragon would bring a military behind it, that makes sense to me, that we're going to want to get them out.
Okay. So let me make sure I understand everything correctly. For the moment, as they're talking, Ikara is following the dragon. So we'll handle that first, as you're dealing with telepathically communicating with people. Ikara, as you break through, you can see that you're still not gaining on the dragon. It's still moving very, very quickly. And it's a maneuver that you've seen previously. When you're flying at high speeds like that, you can't just turn on a dime and immediately come back around for another pass. So the dragon, the young dragon, is flying and banking in a way that leads you to believe that they're returning for another fire.
Perfect. Okay. So in that case, Ikara's then is going to respond that roar with a roar of acknowledgement, to yell out to the young dragon as a symbol of kinship per se. Because you're kind of just the words by itself might not happen, so maybe that channeling that initial roar may get that kinship per se. So he's just going to, like his mom taught him, roar back, head back, and then just roar out as loud as he can to the dragon, to let them know that he's here and he's here for them when they need it.
Go ahead and
Pretty much.
Making, yes.
Oh, no, Ursa says, my brother is Draconic. I was like, pretty much.
um. So what I'll say is, go ahead and give me an insight check while we pop back over to the rest of the crew just for a second.
Okay.
Your intention is to collect the horses and ride out.
I think what Achilles' intention will be, first he's going to drop the radiant consumption because he can't go and run and collect people if he's going to be melting their face off. And then he's going to run back towards the house. That's the first thing, because that's what he said he wanted to do. So that's his intention right now.
You're
It's
heading
tricky.
back to the house?
Yes, because he wants to try and fetch Elia. So he's running towards the door that they came out. Well, no, he saw the thing being destroyed. He knows there's a front door, so he's going to run with Catherine towards the front door.
Okay.
So he can go collect them.
Go ahead and move yourself over there.
Action, movement, that'll get me here by
You
this
don't. You don't have to be in turn order. Just move yourself over by Elia.
Okay. Alright.
Serena and Nezra, what are you all doing as you see him headed that way? I will say that Harry and Harold are moving that way as well.
As we move, I'm going to be asking Harold, if there's a dragon in front of us and a group of people behind us, what are our options for getting out of here?
I think our options are abandon ship and get out of here.
I love the enthusiasm. Need focus on the details, left or right. You know this orchard.
I need you
How do I get
not to
out?
interrupt me, okay? We need to go to the north. You didn't let me finish speaking. I have a place that we can go. You all just need to follow me.
Past the dragon.
It's the only option.
Can I make an insight check on if I trust that? Not usually so distrustful, but he kind of growled at me a bit. 24.
So just to be clear, you did actually interrupt him when he was in the middle of speaking. I'm not upset, just to be clear, but he was kind of like, well, I'm trying to tell you, so he was a little bit snippy. Insight check, you got a 24.
20.
So it's a bit of a misnomer. Clearly, that's not the only option. You can tell that he believes that that's like the best tactical option, probably because he assumes that the dragon won't expect people to be moving under it, so you'll have some time to continue on and lose it on the other side, right?
Edward, sorry. With my previous understanding of Harry's Blood Hunter, or whatever it was called, do I get that same vibe off of Harold, that he actually knows what to do with the business end of the sword?
I mean, you saw him get hit by like 3 or 4 different blades and keep moving, so while wielding a greatsword. So I'd say yeah, probably.
How did they look, health-wise?
So actually, Harry looks a little beat up. He's still moving pretty well, but you can tell he's pretty beat up. He has the bloodied state, and that is visibly apparent. Harold does not.
Harold
Is
looks
currently
better?
not. He's currently not bloodied. Yeah.
Okay, as we move, I am going to channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary, which gives a sphere with a 30-foot radius around me, so that's a very large sphere. When the creatures that I like come in there, they can get temporary hit points. I can remove the charm or frightened conditions.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to keep that rolling for the next minute, so
Okay.
that
That
people
is
who are harmed
dope.
can come get some temp HP, and if they are frightened by a dragon or charm,
How much temp HP?
1d6 plus 4. So
Oh,
I mean, I'll
okay.
roll it now so that if anyone jumps in.
30 within 30 feet of you?
Yep.
Girl.
For the next minute. Hey,
That's huge.
I have never played a Twilight Cleric before, and I'm digging it, man.
They're awesome.
Damn, alright. Tight. I'll take the temporary hit points there, sure, because I'm
Nice.
within 30
I
feet
rolled
of you
max,
right now.
so that would be 10, including myself, actually. So everyone within 30 feet of me can get 10 HP temporary hit points.
Noise.
As everybody's running, Serena's gonna say, "What the hell are we doing?"
I think we're getting the hell out of here.
Great, and she's going to run with everybody because nobody said anything to her.
Cool, take your HP.
You also head that way. I will go ahead and ask, did you all actually bring horses? I confess I do not remember at this point, and I
Well,
did not note it down
the
if you
tricky part is we had horses, and we arrived here somehow, and Harry somehow arrived with us, and he would have been with the horses. So if Harry's here, I assume the horses are also here because he was with them. But we arrived via means that we have no knowledge of. So I don't know.
Yeah. So, okay. That is tricky. Give me a moment.
Yep.
Good news. Yes, Kier?
Yeah, it was like we got teleported. We were like, pew! Oh, we're outside. Okay.
Yes, you did. Fortunately, so were the horses. So as you're all kind of thinking about that, you hear neighing from off to the right, this way. So you know that you could kind of go.
Weren't we teleported into the underground part?
We were.
So the horses are underground?
No. I just got finished saying they're off to the east on the right.
Oh, I see where you're picking up. Sorry. I was like,
The horses are halfway stuck in a wall.
Yeah.
By any chance, did any of that damage make it to where we can get to the other side without having to go around the whole place?
Yeah, I'd say there's a small hole in this wall from where the breath attack hit, that you could make your way through.
Can Achilles run in and fetch Nubian?
Well, potentially. We haven't got to what Nubian was doing yet.
Okay.
What Nubian? What did you want to be doing? You hear a bunch of yelling outside, sort of indistinctively, and people headed in your direction, but Daniel has climbed back down the hole.
Well, I am afraid I don't think staying here is going to be very wise. Is that the decision you're willing to bet your life on?
All right. Are you asking that to Daniel?
Yes.
He's like part way climbing down the ladder, and he's like, no. Should I come back up there?
Yes.
And you see he starts climbing back up. And
How quickly can you move,
following
my
you
friend?
for the moment.
How quickly can you move?
Not nearly as fast as you.
Nubian is going to spend one key point to manifest his spectral arms, and then he's going to pick him up.
Okay.
Then he's going to action and dash out.
Out which way?
Towards where his brother is going. I need to see how far that can be. That he would get to about, he would go right here to the hole, and then make sure everyone else is following him. It's about here. Ish. We should probably get out of here soon. I will take this one.
Go ahead and move yourself over to where you moved to.
I am unable to move my tail. Yeah, I think it's a part of the map. The Mars part.
Now you move.
Merged with the background successfully.
Well, I think I never set his token the other day when I messed that up last time.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So
Oh, I got a 15 on
you
the insight check, by the way.
you are actually kind of off screen at this point.
Yeah, I'm off the screen. Yeah, I was
But
gone.
yeah, you got a what? I'm sorry.
15 on the insight check.
15.
Mhm.
That's sufficient enough to know that you gave a very welcoming cry in your best approximation, a roar that it was meant to indicate warmth and welcomeness. You get back a cry of battle, which does not actually really strike you like a silver dragon sort of behavior. They
Yeah.
tend to be more of the let's try to understand what's happening. Let me talk to you human to human before I start attacking.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be any of that present right now. And Ikara finds that to be very, very unexpected based upon his learnings. Not even just amongst family, to be clear. Like in general,
Yeah.
they're being very strange. Yeah.
Huh. Does Ikara get the idea of what they're going after by chance?
The dragon?
Yes.
What do you mean by going after?
Because has attacked this house entirely. Blast through the roof, smashed through and flew off. Does he get the idea that they're going after Harold and such, or does he seem like so they're attacking the guards? Like, what was he doing?
In your assessment, Elia was a very potential target, as was either Serena or Achilles was pretty close as well, I think, as they flew by. As far as your insight check will allow you to determine, you think they're trying to destroy the house in particular.
This is odd. He is extremely conflicted because he sees someone like him, closest lineage as possible, but he doesn't act like one. So he kind of pauses, and then he looks back at the remaining group of individuals. It says, he's different. They're different. They're just wanting to fight. I don't understand. Mm-hmm. And then he'll reach back out to the group, to the individual, and roar one last time to see if he could give perhaps a persuasion check to see if they could talk. Like try to calm things down a bit, at least conversate like normal silver dragons do. If that doesn't work, then we'll see.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Let's be civilized, silver
Yes.
dragons.
Let's be civilized. What's wrong with you? We're not white dragons. This is crazy.
Does it look like there's
Okay.
no winter and snow out here? Mammoths and yetis running around? No, damn it.
So that was a natural 17. So that is a plus 5. Yes. So that is a 22.
You reach back and you draw on every bit of persuasive power that you were taught and that you've honed in sort of all of your experiences with the monastery, needing to learn how to deal with others when all they would do is look at you for being different. You throw all of that into this roar, and what comes back is still just very, very violent, and you're relatively convinced that whatever has happened to this particular dragon, they cannot be reasoned with at the moment.
Oh, wow. So he's shocked completely surprised by this, and he's going to head back to the group, run back to the group. It says, "They're not like anything I've seen before. Something's wrong. Something's really wrong. I don't get it. We should go. Cause I don't want to. Something's not right. We should go."
I agree.
Yep, I'm not very fond of being cold. I don't want to get hit by anything. If it's not going to be reasoned with, we need to leave. Like now.
Let's go to
Let's
the
grab our
horses.
and go.
We'll ride along the road. Several miles along the road to the north, there will be a tree with a purple hue to its leaves. At that, we'll park the horses and follow a wood trail, small dirt trail, into the woods. That'll lead us to the hiding spot. This is Harold speaking.
You're gonna have to point out that tree there, fella, but I'll just trust you to stop when we stop. Don't worry about it.
It hasn't been very long, or else we'd have a dragon on top of us. But does it sound like the people coming from the south are rapidly getting closer?
Are you taking another couple of moments to try to discern that intentionally, or are you just running away?
Well, I guess it depends on if the group is running, then I will not.
What is your passive perception?
I think it's fairly high. I think it's 15. Because I got a high wisdom. Yeah, 15 for passive perception.
Fortunately, that would probably be enough generally, but while like they're kind of talking on, it's a bit harder to discern. So I'll say you're not sure unless you stop to take a moment and listen in.
No, I'll wait until I'm on horseback first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Achilles is keeping pace with Elia for sure. Just making sure that she gets the horses, etc.
Is anyone not going to the horses? Let's start there.
I don't think so.
So you all make it to the horses, and you see two, like, war-bred chargers are stabled with the rest of your horses. And they look probably a full foot and a half taller than your horses, and much more muscular legs, like they were intentionally bred and trained for warfare. Harry helps Elia up onto one of them, a brown horse, and then follows her onto it, and Harold jumps onto a gray one that looks fairly similar.
Achilles has got some animal handling, although so I guess Catherine will be up on his shoulders so that she can point the way, and he will get in the front of one of the horses and said, "Jump on back, someone."
I will take a different horse and reach out to Akara to see if Akara will join me.
He will, but you can definitely tell there's a distraught look on his face because he's being conflicted with all types of madness. All types of madness. He just hops on. You can tell he's constantly looking back at the dragon. Like there is still a pull there because there's kinship, but he knows that if he stays, these other individuals may be in danger. So he is. It's hard. It's a really hard pull right now, and really the Ola is he's like this close to be like just jumping back and going back with the dragon. So he's trying hard to stay focused.
Serena.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Serena will pick up Cog and she'll get on the back with Achilles. Just cradle him like a baby.
Like a baby.
Nuvian will put the person he's carrying on. Is there someone who doesn't have a person behind them? I was trying to pair off people, but I think I lost count.
A car is pretty
Harold?
small, so you could probably get 3 on that horse, I would imagine.
I also don't think anyone's riding with Harold, right? Because Elias with Harry. So
True.
I would prefer Daniel to stay with one of us, but I don't have time to say that in character. So.
As you all are sort of suggesting that Daniel could ride with Harold, he looks at Harry and he says, "Purple leaves," and Harry replies, "Purple leaves," and then he digs his spurs into the horse and jumps over the fence of the stable, a 2.5 foot tall fence, and then begins making his way into the woods.
Well, then Livia would go on the other horse and place him behind him, and I would recommend holding on. I haven't rode a beast with another person in 20 years.
Yeah, you got it.
You know, I'd say this was the time to say phrasing, but maybe it's not.
Let's go.
Nuvian will.
I cover Ikara's ears.
Nuvian does not get the he ignores it, and he will use his other arms to hold the reins of the horse, the spectral arms.
Ooh.
Fancy.
She would say, yeah, like some Tokyo Drift driving over there.
Kurt, I just like imagine the hilarious like imagery of Nuvian with his personality under his breath, just being like skirt as he holds the reins, actual hand, and he's just like skirt.
I'm picturing his normal arms just gonna be like folded like this, and he's just gonna sit in there watching, and his spectral arms do all the work.
Yeah, 100%.
100% accurate, yes. I mentioned that me and the guy will take the lead, since I think he knows at least generally where the tree is. At least that's what I'm getting the feeling of.
Yeah, Harry attempts to ride out in front, if you all will let him. Harry and Elia.
Yeah, let's go. Are we heading a different way than Harold, or is Harold just preceding us?
No, you're heading a different way than Harold. He rode off to the northwest into the woods in the direction of the dragon.
He's trying to buy us some time.
Wait, what?
Well, in that case, the faster we go, the better. Let's go.
Harold, when you suggested that Daniel jump on his horse, rode off to the northwest in the direction that the dragon was flying back from.
Oh boy.
We have to get these people to safety.
Is Ikara behind or in front of Nezra?
I'm picturing like in front, but I am willing to be swayed either way. So I think you're short enough I could steer around you. That way we both can like actually get good perception checks. If you're in the back of me, you won't be able to get as good of perception.
All right.
Your call.
No, I mean that does kind of change what I was. So because he would have noticed him going back, he was assuming that everybody was leaving, but he's also kind of concerned of the dragon fighting. Oh, this is hard. He's going to look up at Nazra and say, he's going to, where you're grabbing on to the reins, right? He's going to look up at you and says, I'm going to need to hold your arm, or otherwise I'm leaving.
You absolutely can hold my arm, Ikara, and I would rather you stay.
Okay. And he grabs one tight, and you can literally feel the pressure of his fingers like diving in, because it's taking every ounce of restraint of monastery training to not literally bolt off this horse and just dive back towards the dragon, especially now that he knows the dragon may be in combat. So it is, again, super rough time. So he's just holding on, and he's like looking down like at the horse, and just try to meditate and keep calm, but it is difficult. Like if this would be a willpower check if this was Vampire the Masquerade.
I'll switch my reins to one hand and then like use the hand that you're grabbing for like a loose hug.
Okay.
And just kind of like let you focus while I focus on the road.
We can roughly substitute that, Kira, for a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Is roughly willpower check.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I think it, in this circumstance is worth a check because he's definitely like 50-50. So, give me 1 second. All right, well he's good. That was a 14 plus 4. Yeah, that's 18. It's rough.
The teachings prevail.
Yeah.
Young Ikara.
Yeah. Otherwise, he would have been gone.
As we're riding the horse, controlling the horse, Achilles will say to Serena, "Do you reckon you could make like a big one like this, like a cog, but only big enough, sort of like a mechanical horse?"
You know, that's interesting. It's gonna take a lot of money, though.
And I've been meaning to ask you, I don't know if you've noticed, but I seem to be a magnet for arrows. Like, it might be worth you helping me out, making me a bit of armor at some stage, if you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've noticed. Don't worry.
I
We'll
didn't want to say anything but I haven't, well, anyway, I thought, we carry on.
So I guess we head our way over.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was just typing a little important detail in the
Oh,
chat there for you all. So you all ride the horses. So you all ride the horses to the north along the road. It goes roughly north, slightly northeast, until Harry stops. And he starts to slow down, and he points to you at a particular tree.
Ooh, something happened with the camera.
What happened?
Oh.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Is it break?
Love to see it.
Is it break time, Kira?
Yeah, we may have to take a. Well, give me 1 second.
Oh,
Cause either that one. Oh, I know what it is.
you can see like your Zoom chat.
Yeah,
box.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was the chat box that. So I can't view Zoom chat while this is going. My apologies, everyone.
Oh.
So it looks like if I look at the Zoom chat, it moves all the windows over to show, and you can't see everybody's face. So I'm going to have to keep Zoom chat off. So my apologies. I had no idea that was the case. I would have to keep that in mind.
All right, so we've got to keep the memes in the Twitch chat, which means I need to keep them a bit more on the appropriate side of things.
We can discuss what he said in the Discord.
Yeah, in the Discord. Where we don't have to worry about terms.
That'll be in the spoilers section.
Yep.
Though, so.
Yes.
That is entirely where I've got to do my stream chat, is in the spoiler section, because I can't have Twitch going at the same time as my stuff. It just doesn't work for me.
Oh man, good times. But yeah, we should be. We're good to go now. We should be back.
So he begins to slow as he points off a tree to you, and he slows down further and then stops in front of the tree, and he dismounts, and you all can see that as they dismount from the horse, he and Alaya share a kiss.
Achilles will sort of like give Serena a little bit of a gentle ribbon. It's like, see, I knew it was good work out in the end. Like,
And then Harry turns to you all as you're all riding up, and he says, "We can actually bring the horses. We'll just need to move carefully through the trail."
sure, just like change the subject. Like, it's fine. Yeah, we'll move the horses.
What subject?
Exactly.
We all
Big-
saw it.
Well, I don't know. Your father did seem rather specific about not bringing the horses. Are you sure?
Oh, well, I sort of think they might draw some attention out in the woods.
I agree.
I'll leave it to your group, if you'd prefer to follow his instructions to the T. I confess I've actually never been where we're going. I think the trail will be good enough. It's up to you.
Why don't we do this? We can take your 2 horses, and then we'll leave our horses out here.
That might be best. I am concerned that if we do need to move quickly, some of us may not be able to keep up without the horses.
And also, if we leave any of the horses, then we're just having to tend them out to the forest.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, we can't. Aaron has just forgotten the word for what it's called when you tie your horse up. The thing.
The thing. The fact that you even know that word is impressive.
Yeah, the thing.
When you anchor your horse, wait.
Yes. As we lash our horses to the anchor point of
That
the
means something different, I think.
A hitching post.
Yeah, I think it's hitch.
Hitching. It's a
Hitch makes
hitch.
sense.
It's hitched now.
It could be hitch. Maybe. We're not sure.
Hey, none of us have ever claimed to be. I should know this though. Okay. I'm just saying, like, we could not, as your father said, park our horses here, because obviously it would be like, hey, look, there's a purple tree and also horses. Somebody maybe came here, and you know they've gone through this. Long story short, I agree with you. Actually, I think we should bring them, all of them.
I mean, we're not going to be able to cover our tracks, but sure.
I mean, we're going to be moving slowly anyway because we're going to have to be cautious. I don't think it's a game of speed now. Once we get into the footpath trail.
I'll tell you what. We'll take Alara through first, and he'll pat his horse. And if they can fit, the rest will.
Sure.
Okay. Can Serena do a general perception check just around the area?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I just like...
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20, but -1. So, like,
Still.
You notice... what are you looking for? Let me ask that.
if we were followed.
You don't see any signs of that. Doesn't appear like anyone's riding up on you currently. It could just be that whoever was pursuing you had to do so on foot and is behind, but there are no signs of it at the moment. You do also, however, notice across the other side of the road, away from the purple tree, there's a really appealing beehive that you think could make for some cool alchemical ingredients were you to go collect that honey.
All right, so Serena will turn to the group and says, I don't think we were followed currently, but I still don't think we probably shouldn't leave the horses, actually. Also, there's a really cool beehive, but it's like the Arthur mood, like,
Arthur, his fist clenched. Yeah.
DM, how tall are the trees around us at the moment?
Fairly tall. The referred to purple tree is probably, you'd estimate, about 18 and a half feet tall.
Then Nuvian will get off of his horse and leave it to his companion, and then he is going to climb into the tree and basically just do that kind of movie thing where the person's running through the trees instead of.
You're gonna ninja jump through the trees.
100%.
Roll
and he will be
me-
using that to watch, kind of like scouting a bit.
Roll me that acrobatics check, buddy.
Ooh.
Nice. Some Naruto
Alright.
business up in here.
Could
I'm
I have
ready.
advantage with the arms?
What was the question?
Can I have advantage with the arms?
How long do these things last for?
10 minutes.
You just rode miles.
I will activate them again for the.
Okay.
For
Then
this.
if you're activating them again, then yes, you can.
Okay, then okay. I do activate, so I do spend the
You,
key point
you
for
all
that.
saw a moment, by the way, as you were riding down the road, like several miles in, where Nuvian was just like, oh, and like,
He was like falling asleep a little bit, like, oh wait, no.
I think
Whoopsie.
Man, you didn't see that. I got a dirty 20 for the check.
Very
Well,
nice.
yeah, so you're leaping pretty deftly through the treetops, and you had mentioned you had an intention of keeping your eyes out while you're doing so,
Mhm.
like on the ground below, or
Yeah, like the ground and what's ahead. He's kind of doing the thing that would normally be like a rogue, where they kind of go ahead and
you're
launch.
you're Naruto running through the trees, dog.
100%. I wasn't gonna say it, but yes, that's the idea.
As long as you and I are on the same page. Okay, Nuvian is Naruto running through the trees. If you have ninja stars in your pocket, I will be so happy.
I do have throwing darts. So
Yes, we do have throwing darts.
We can do
We
it.
have throwing. Yeah.
Think you mean no. Yeah. So you are leaping through the trees. Are you gonna go ahead and try to keep the rest of the party in your view, or are you going all the way down the trail ahead?
He will go just far enough that he can still see them, so he won't let them get out of his viewpoint.
Okay. Make me. No, you're good. It's fine. You rolled well on the acrobatics. Okay. So then I'll say the rest of you go to follow. Harry still thinks you should bring the horses. Serena does not think that it will be necessary.
Achilles
What is
also
your-
agrees that they should leave the horses.
Wait, I thought Serena was on team Bring the Horses.
Yeah, she changed her mind after she started just being like, oh, if they do come, they're gonna know the horses are here. Because is there only one purple tree?
No, okay. So, you guys latched onto the purple tree thing. The leaves have a purple tint to them. It's like not that blatant. It's not like the leaves are entirely purple. It is like there's a purple tint to the leaf. So it's like autumn. There's like a reddish color, but the edges sort of have like a purple tint to them. It's a distinctive tree, but it's not like, hey, that's where the wizard turned the tree completely purple and the magic lair is gonna be. Like, it's not like that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Maybe one horse.
So, just curious, how far are we from the orchard to where we are now?
You have rode several miles.
Okay. So there's- do I see?
Yeah, you'd estimate probably like 5 or 6 miles behind you now.
Okay. I'm presuming there's no way to be able to see if perhaps I see a dragon flying around by chance from our distance.
Make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh, okay.
We're looking for like a 15 with the disadvantage.
All right, so that was a 10 and a first one. Ugh. That was a 3. So that is a 9. Yeah, 9.
Maybe. It's hard to say. You're kind of like looking in the distance off to like where you believe it is, and you're just so
Tiny.
how do we phrase this? Tiny.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're a little bit tiny.
Mhm.
If you could fly, that would erase the problem, but
Oh.
Not yet.
Wait, yeah. Give me more, one more level. But Ikara technically would be like, wait, give me 1 second, and he's going to essentially kind of like climb up, pretty much parkour up the tree, ninja flipping up to the top to see if he can get a better view.
okay. Give me one more, but like a regular check this time, not with disadvantage.
Okay. Much better as well. 12 plus 6, 18.
So you can't spot the dragon, but like having a slightly higher elevation than many of the other trees, you can see off in the distance where like forests tend to grow not like uniformly,
Mhm.
but typically the way that they like drop their acorns and continue to grow doesn't allow for like clearings if they're not being cleared out, and you can spot like a half dozen or more holes off in that direction where you would estimate it to be like something has destroyed the trees there or they've been chopped down.
Okay. So I get the impression that the dragon was able to escape from that location, perhaps, by those clearings.
It's up to your assessment of what that means, but that is what you see.
Okay. After that, Ikara will take a deep breath, and then start to parkour his way back down. Be like, okay, we can go now.
Are you gonna bring a beehive with you?
Me?
Please do. Please. Bring me
Oh.
that. Please.
You having fun?
Sure.
Just right over there.
I can
I
grab a
I mean,
beehive.
you don't know if the lad is allergic. Like, what is it?
He's a monk and also a dragon. I think he's going to be all right. Also, I'm here. I will heal him.
I also have healing stuff. It's okay.
That's how it goes. That's how
You
a
don't
car
have
dies
to.
this
You
campaign.
don't have to.
Macaulay Culkin, he dies like Macaulay Culkin.
Oh God! There's a rule in D&D, and it's never reference my girl.
It just brought back all kinds of trauma.
So Ikara would go ahead and grab, attempt to grab one of the beehives around.
I mean, clearly, none of you have ever been in an orchard during like the flowering season. It can be hell, like when you never. Anyway, never mind.
Achilles is just like, y'all don't know what this does to my sight. I sneeze all the no. So
It's more about the bees.
Ikara,
Mhm.
you can toss me out one of them animal handling checks.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, pretty good. We're high wisdom, so it's okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's 11 plus 4. Oh, 15.
So you manage to keep your composure as you pick up the beehive, and some of the bees fly out to see what's going on, and you can see they're kind of like bumping into you almost, but none of them actually sting you. They just like wait to see how you react, and you keep your cool. So they just kind of eventually fly back into the beehive, and you're currently carrying a live beehive of bees and honey.
Yeah.
Just be gentle with that. When we get to some smoke, it'll be fine.
Oh, no worries. I don't want to
I
harm him.
mean,
And then he'll climb back down the tree. Says, you wanted this?
Yes. Thank Yes.
We've gained both alchemical skills and an improvised weapon. I approve.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what I do as well. Just no.
Achilles cracks a huge smile and shakes his head and says, "You know, with the way you and your brother are jumping around, showing off like that, it kind of makes me want to get off this horse and like pick it up and walk the horse. You know what I mean?"
And you do that, Achilles?
I mean, I mind. I don't. What do you think this fellow weighs? We'll try later.
Okay.
Sure, they just went in the beehive.
Harry goes, so that was interesting. About the horses.
Yes,
I haven't
you're
yet
horse first.
a
Yes.
real decision. Okay. Good to know. And he's like, now will immediately start leading the horse down, and he and Elia appear to be involved in an animated conversation, as you
If
are.
you need 5 to 20 minutes, like, don't be shy to take your time. It's
I
all
think
right.
Achilles.
Oh,
They're in front of us.
You hear Elia chuckle, and Harry calls back. I gotta put it in Discord.
Achilles was there for it. He was trying to cheer him on when we were at the pub. So he's here for this.
This is how we get kicked off Twitch. I can feel it. This is how.
Wait.
I need to know because Serena might say, "Oh."
Oh, that's brilliant.
So, if you're curious to know what Harry has said, you can join our Discord. I'll put the link down below. Exclamation mark Discord. You can join us, and it'll be located in the spoiler discussion section. Great times. Ikara looks up,
perfect.
completely confused. He says, 20, why do you need more? What? I don't understand. Why do you need...
It's okay. I think that our friend
Oh,
Achilles doesn't understand a lot of things. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I believe he's referring. Elia speaks up, and she says, "I believe he's referring to that there's tea where we're going, so we should all have a tea break when we get there."
Oh, 20-minute tea break. Okay.
Yeah, tea break.
Yeah, you know.
And
tea
Harry
break.
really likes tea, and then she just like goes silent.
I mean, he likes tea. He likes other letters of the alphabet. It's all fine.
And then we start.
Now everything's awkward. Now what are we supposed to talk about?
Yeah, Ezra is not here for lying to Akara about this. But I can't come up with a way in character or out of character to have that conversation on the back of a horse as if being paralyzed from a dragon. So
Yeah. You should take some time to think that one out as you all travel through the woods to the location that you're going to. I think this would be a good time to take a 10-minute break and
Sounds
come back
great.
with a little bit of a reset.
a little fade to black as I explain a few things about bees to Akara.
Oh, the beehive. Oh, okay, we're talking about
Ironically,
Moving
while
job.
he's literally holding a beehive.
Yep.
All right, everyone. So we're going to be taking a 10-minute break. I hope you all are enjoying this. It was a great time, always. A lot of stress. We escaped our first battle successfully. So great on that. And we look forward to see you all in 10 minutes. Once again, if you'd like to chat with us regarding what's going on in our campaign, like to give us some fan art or just talk with some of the players here, you can join us at our Discord, which is currently in the chat below. And we look forward to see you all there. And with that, we shall see you soon. Perfect. We are now back. No cameras has moved around drastically like they always seem to do. Thank you, Zoom. I appreciate that. But with that said, we're now back for our second half of It's Our World. And with that, Fell Flames, take it away.
Okay. So you all are traveling along this path, leading you past the tree with the purple tinted leaves, deeper into the forest, for about 15 minutes. When you come to the end of this dirt trail, and Harry slows down and comes to a stop, but Alaya continues forward by herself towards a particularly large, like, oak tree. They can get pretty big. And the root system looks a little bit strange to all of you on this. Almost like some of the roots are above ground a little bit, like someone has hauled out the ground around it a little bit. And what you all see happen is Alaya turns to look at you all, smiles a bit, puts her fingertips onto the tree, and you see the roots all start to move out of the way and pull up and to the side, out of view, revealing a little about 4 foot tall, probably entrance that you could all duck under to go inside the tree.
Is the point where we have to leave the horses outside, though, or we're going to try to... Do we lead them in there?
I don't think the horses are going to fit in there. I almost said Nuvian. Achilles.
But
Should
the very
we tie him up?
yeah, we should tie them up. And
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, we were talking about he might have internet issues, but I think that may have been one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it a
I'm
few.
taking over.
Ugh.
It was a good screenshot position.
Yeah.
Who's the DM
see.
now?
Yeah,
The DM's just had enough of all of us. It's just like,
the John Cena. The John Cena pose. All right, everyone, just to be on the safe side,
I'm
we're
pretty
going to
sure
Go ahead.
if the DM is gone for 15 minutes, then class is canceled.
In the campaign.
All right.
Campaign
Hashtag
over.
2020 education. Get used to it.
Oh, and he's gone.
Let's
All right,
see-
everyone, we're
Let's
just
see
going to
what
take
happens to our.
we're gonna take a
Uh-oh.
quick break. Just wait for them to return. So we should be back shortly as our DM recovers from his internet issues. We'll be right back. Okay, well, at least the windows work, even though they're at different spots. Hello, everyone. Fortunately, I do have some bad news in place. It looks like our DM is still running into internet-related issues. It says it's a server outage in his location. So sadly, of course, with that being the case, restarting a router or modem, whatever the case may be, won't do anything if the entire location is out of internet access. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up our session early today. I hope everyone enjoyed this session. Again, we truly apologize for the circumstances. Sadly, this is something that was outside of our control. But we look forward to be back again next Saturday as we enter our session. And of course, if you want to talk with us, of course, we'll be in Discord. If you'd like to join us, I'll put the Discord link in chat here. I hope if this would actually work. There we go. And so we have our Discord link in chat. We look forward to talking to y'all, talk about the recent events that happened, such as a dragon just coming out of nowhere. I was not ready for that. We all thought it was a joke until we realized it wasn't. So once again, thank you all so much for taking your time out of your day and watching our stream. We always appreciate it. We always appreciate the love and support. And we look forward to see you all in Discord and in next week's session. So everyone have a great day. And until then, have fun. Take care.